On June 1st, 1977, at 9 a.m., I received my 2 life sentences in the Fargo courtroom, then was immediately whisked out the door under heavy guard to the Fargo airport. A couple of hours later, I landed at the Kansas City International Airport and was driven by car to the U.S. Penitentiary at Leavenworth, Kansas, less than an hour's drive away. A cold chill ran up the back of my neck when we drove past the long 18-foot-high wall, then up the front entranceway of Leavenworth. The overwhelming size of the place is frightening. It's made even more bizarre by its silver-painted central dome, mockingly reminiscent of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., along with its phalanxes of stone walls and cyclone fences and coils and coils and coils of razor wire everywhere, and its empty-eyed stone lines guarding the front steps beneath a looming gun tower, all of it seemingly the work of some demented and sadistic architect, every detail arranged, no doubt, for the sheer, nauseating terror of it. I walked in my shackles and leg irons up the front steps to the first of a seemingly endless series of steel doors. I thought I could hear distant screams coming from somewhere inside the building, or maybe it was just the wind howling in the razor wire atop the walls. Suddenly your mind begins to play tricks on you, and it's as if you hear your spirit telling you to run, run, don't go in there. And then the fear rushes on you almost unbearably, and your knees and grow weak, and you feel as if you're going to wet your pants. And you feel like crying and calling out for help. I had a barely resistible urge to turn to the marshals and plead with them, beg with them, not to take me in that place. I'm sure if I had, my voice would have cracked, and I would have broken down in tears, and maybe I would have done that. Except that something saved me. Because when I turned to one of the marshals who was leading me up the stairs, hoping to find some glint of human warmth in his eyes, I saw instead not a face at all, but a mask of absolute hatred, and a look in his eyes so vile that it can't even be described. He saw my terror and my weakness, and he was enjoying it like a fine wine. I couldn't say anything. He just smiled, a devil's smile, and said in an almost cheerful life, "Boys, you're dead, you goddamn Indian bastard. You'll never get out of this building alive. We'll see to that. And we'll get you, one way or another. We're gonna get you. Why don't you make a run for it now, you chicken shit punk? Go on, make a hero out of me. Hey, I'll get a promotion if I wax you." And I swear I saw his face and head turn into a serpent's, spitting its venom at me. And my mind was spinning and racing, and my knees wobbled, and I felt faint and breathless, and I could hardly take the next step up the stairs. And then that look of utter evil on his viper face, suddenly, I can't say how, it gave me a hot, surging strength. And the more he glared his hatred at me, the stronger I became. And that's something you learn about that kind of hatred. It gives you the strength to overcome it. Spirits inside shouted to me to stay strong, to fight back this rage and this fear running so madly through my mind, to bring myself under control before I lost all self-respect and became the quivering and whimpering victim he wanted me to be. But my strength and my courage suddenly came roaring back inside of me like a hot volcanic tidal wave. My legs stopped wobbling. My breath came back. My mind flashed with bright images of Sundance, of the holy tree of life connecting me to the world, of the skewers being threaded into my flesh and the thongs being pulled tight until the straining flesh broke, freeing me. And I immediately connected with that holy pain, and I found in it an inexhaustible source of strength. Yes, this was all simply an extension of my Sundance. This was my offering to of the great mystery, my flesh, my life, my very existence. They could entomb my body, but my spirit they could never touch.